Yo guys, welcome back. Today we're covering the First Descendant dev livestream from PAX East. It was an hour-long broadcast where they covered a few previews for Season 3, which is coming in July, so I'll be doing a quick rundown of everything they talked about. Unfortunately, there was no actual gameplay from Season 3 or a release date, but overall some very good and promising information for the future of the game. With that out of the way, let's get into it. First up was some discussion about the new playable map, Axion, which sounds like we are trying to turn into a new home base with many missions, and these missions called battlefield missions, which are said to provide better rewards, but also be harder. And then they covered this new enemy type, which will be out there, which is going to be the Legion of Breach. They look pretty cool, definitely different from the enemies that we have in the game currently. Hopefully a bit more of a challenge, as Axion is said to be a end game area for the First Descendant. So next they showed the new hover bike, which is going to be used to get around the new map. Assuming because the map is so big, we're going to need a quicker way to traverse this map. So they gave us a short little trailer here of Bunny hopping on the bike. That was really it. They did not show it in action or anything like that, but we got a nice close-up of them bunny cheeks, right? And next they gave us a preview of the new raid boss, what they are calling a raid. It's going to be an 8-man raid where we'll be fighting this Colossus called the Wall Crasher. They didn't give too much information about him or show him in action. They did say that he is 2 times larger than any Colossus in the game. Overall, he looks very well made. I like that he is not just a copy paste of other Colossus that we already see in the game. So hopefully we'll see some new mechanics out of him. I'm assuming his health pool will be very high, considering how strong we are on this game currently. This will also be a event that is only happening at certain times of the day. It'll be nice to have something in the open world that can bring players together, meet each other, group up. I think that's something that this game has always been lacking, so it's going to be really nice to see that in the First Descendant. And next up, they gave us a preview of the lounge, which is going to be a place, basically an apartment for your descendant, where you'll also be able to interact with your descendants. You're going to be in first-person view while you're in here, and I guess you'll be able to spawn in certain descendants that you want and be able to interact with them while you're here in your lounge. They also mentioned that there is a living room, bedroom, and shower booth. You'll also be able to place trophies. I'm assuming that will be obtained through gameplay to show off. You can use skins and emotes on the descendants that you decide to spawn into the lounge, and this image is a preview of a skin coming into the game. I'm assuming it's going to be some type of lounge wear. Looks like nightwear, sleepwear, whatever you want to call it. It's pretty cool. And then they talked about advancing in the overall main story for Season 3, which is going to involve Corel and advancement in his overall plans, and the Descendant story, which is basically going to be a love story between Nell and Enzo. Then we got a reveal of Nell as our next playable Descendant. I'd say overall, the skin looks great. I really love the skin. They should do more skins like this, in my opinion. Not every skin has to be half naked or, full sex appeal. We need a lot of skins that just look overall really good, and this one hits the mark. Definitely looking forward to playing her, and they said she's going to be a firearm-based Descendant, which her Transcendent mod, I'm assuming, will basically make all of her firearm hits register as weak point hits, something that should be very, very strong. We'll have to see when that comes out. And up next, we got the reveal of Ultimate Luna being the next Ultimate Descendant for Season 3. Overall, the skin looks great. Very good job. And her 2 Transcendent modules are said to be one that is going to basically turn her into a firearm build for herself. And the second one is going to be a debuffing build, debuffing the enemies instead of buffing skill power. She will just be debuffing the enemies. And after that, they also released that the next ultimate after her will be Yujin, aka Yujin. They did not say much else about that, just that he will be the next Ultimate Descendant after Luna. And now we got the big reveal of swords being added to the game, a melee weapon that will take up a firearm slot. Will have its own setup like firearms do with mods and all of that stuff. This will not come, they said, until halfway through Season 3, so this will not be at release of Season 3. It'll be towards the midpoint of Season 3. Overall, they look very good. Once again, we didn't see any gameplay for them, so it's hard to say, what's going on. One thing I hope to see with the melee weapons is that they have some kind of very good movement on them, because it'll be very hard to get into a fight with being how OP a lot of these skill descendants are. We're gonna need some way to get in there before a skill descendant just absolutely nukes the entire room and you're standing there with your sword just looking like a clown. So now they've shown this artwork with no release date, unfortunately, just summer 2025, season 3 breakthrough. Then they talked about 2 new modules that will be coming into the game. The first one, Descendants will be able to combine combat styles with 2 new mods, trigger mods, that can add skills when equipping them. For instance, when projectile style skills hit an enemy, a meteor shower skill triggers, which will rain down meteors and add extra damage. And for a second mod that will be added in Season 3, Episode 2, which is a Descendant exclusive mod, which adds random stats as options. You will only be able to equip one of these to enhance the Descendant's abilities. And now they finally revealed the big collab that they have been talking about for a while. It's going to be Nier Automata. They showed off 2 skins here for this. This is going to be the first one. Looks very good. And for the second one, also looks very nice here. As you can see, she also has a sword weapon in her hand. I'd say overall these came out really, really good. And next they showed off a skin, which they have shown off previously in other dev streams from a few months ago. This one got a lot of praise. It's a very, very nice looking skin. I cannot actually wait to purchase this one. This is going to be coming on May 22nd, where we will be getting Ice Maiden, dynamic motion, and an extended arcade tuning board. Then they talked about the first anniversary for the First Descendant. It will be 1 year on July 2nd, which will be the start of the TFD Fest, as which they are calling it. They will celebrate with in-game events, and they're also going to do a user skin contest where players can submit skins with a chance of them being added to the game. Lost Ark does something very similar to this, and some of the best skins in Lost Ark have come out of this, so I would expect to see the same in the First Descendant. So then they started a Q&A with some members of the audience, and I wanted to cover one that I felt was just very, very important for the community to hear. I'll let the guy do the talking here, and we'll analyze exactly what he asked. One more time. Oh, let's make sure we got our priorities right here. They're kind of like, what the fuck? Whew. Thank God. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. So just to be doubly sure here, we are going to check on what this guy said. And as we can see, man, her fingernails are painted, but them toes is looking plain. How am I supposed to goon out when you ain't got no paint on them toes, baby? Come on. The YouTube stream for the First Descendant was able to hit the 20K plus viewers. So we're all going to get these rewards. These rewards will start coming to your mailboxes the 12th, which will be tomorrow, and they're giving it just about like a week timer to get them out to everybody. Pretty good rewards overall. I think a lot of people were thinking to see some kind of free skin or something, some free bikini skin, but yeah, they're not giving out skins for free. My overall thoughts on the dev stream, I would have loved to see some gameplay, some actual footage of the new area, maybe the new Colossus, the swords in action, even if it was rough footage. And that's what a lot of people said in stream when I asked them their overall thoughts on the dev stream. So that covers everything. I would love to see what you guys think down in the comments. Let me know how you're feeling about what they had to show. Like and subscribe is appreciated. Thanks, guys. Peace.